Eduardo Valencia Ospina and Carolina Olarte Bacaris were chosen by the national government to represent the country in its dispute with Nicaragua.
In the last hours, the Foreign Ministry announced through a press release that the national government has proceeded to appoint new agents in the case of the litigation initiated by Nicaragua against Colombia in 2013 before the International Court of Justice. First, Eduardo Valencia Ospina was appointed as an agent. He holds a PhD in Law and Economics from Universidad Javeriana and a master's degree in law from Harvard University. He's one of the jurists in Colombia most versed in international law and in matters of International Court of Justice. Dr. Valencia Ospina was Deputy Registrar and then Registrar of the International Court of Justice for 16 years. She is member and President of the International Law Commission of the United Nations. She also holds and has been an advisor and counsel for Colombia in litigation before the International Court of Justice in 2001. Carolina Olarte Bacaris, Colombia's new ambassador to the Netherlands, a lawyer from the Universidad Javeriana with a master's degree in international law from the Robert Schuman University in Strasbourg and a doctorate in law from the University of Paris, Panthéon-Sorbonne, will be his co-agent. Likewise, the press release also states that Mistress Elizabeth Taylor J., biologist and physicist with a master's degree in marine environmental protection from the University of Bangor, Wales, in the United Kingdom, is the Archipelago Department's co-agent. Rizal, born in Providence, former ambassador of Colombia in Kenya, and will also be an ambassador of our country on a special mission for the Caribbean. Elizabeth was the manager of Coralina Foundation and manager of the Seaflower Biosphere Reserve, an expert in environmental issues.
The process of choosing the new Departmental Controller is moving forward. This time, the list of the nominees to continue with their candidacy for the public post, it was announced.
After the completion of the public hearing of October 18, where 5 of 6 applicants for the position of Departmental Controller presented themselves to the ILAC community, yesterday the Departmental Assembly disclosed the shortlist to be continuing the election process.
Yesterday, the shortlist was chosen. What was the due process? The report of the Accidental Commission was brought to the plenary where the report was voted, where they chose the first 3 scores that were chosen yesterday. And today, through a resolution, we have the shortlist to develop the process of interview, election, and possession of the new Comptroller of the Department on October 31st.
The candidates that comprise the shortlist are Starling Molano Grenard Bent, Macbeth Pumir Kogoyo, and Eriona Williams-Reed.
In other news, the National Police has addressed the facts that occurred the day before in the sector of Cove, where a National Police personnel would have touched the intimate parts of a girl.
The commander of the police institution, through an institutional video, made a statement on the fact in which an official of the National Police is accused of touching a minor in the sector of the Cove. She stated that decisions have been taken after this event.
The departmental commander is pleased to report that the following sanctions have been taken. First, it is handled immediately with the team of childhood and adolescents. The route of clarification of the rights of children and adolescents was activated, performing the permanent support for the development, timely, formal, and legal route of support to the family to make all the corresponding procedures.
The news became known through social networks when photos and videos of the police official were circulated. The colonel expressed her rejection of these acts.
The command of San Andres, Providence, and Santa Catalina absolutely rejects any act that violates the rights of children and adolescents and is committed to carry out all the corresponding actions so that we can quickly achieve the clarification and take the necessary measures.
Currently, according to the commander of the institution, pertinent investigations are being carried out to clarify the fact in order to take all necessary measures in response to the act.
Yesterday, the environmental entity Coralina and the regional SENA San Andres signed an agreement that will reduce the negative environmental impact of the island.
The SENA Regional San Andres and Coralina signed a memorandum of understanding of alliance to strengthen the department's enterprises in its green components. This initiative aims to make businesses environmentally friendly.
Yesterday, we made a breakthrough in the improvement of the quality of life of the department. What we are able to do and what we are looking forward for is to improve the environmental quality of the department through the strengthening of the companies that we manage through the Business Development Center and the Coralina Environmental Corporation. This alliance with the corporation through this document of understanding, what we will achieve is that every time we form a business plan, the environmental component will be immersed in the business plan.
The new alliance will also train entrepreneurs to apply environmentally friendly practices in their businesses, as well as provide assistance in accessing sources of financing.
And a new case of monkeypox has been reported on the island by the National Institute of Health.
The National Institute of Health confirmed this Monday a new case of monkeypox in San Andres. According to the National Health Institute, it is a woman who is isolated and close contacts are being investigated. With this report, there are now 6 confirmed cases on the island, of which 5 have already recovered. In total, Colombia has a historical total of 3,298 confirmed cases, 3,210 men and 88 women. 564 are still active and 58 people are hospitalized.
And now it's time for sport news with Victor Fusalva.
Hello, here are the best sports of the island. The Antonio Rada Football Club is classified for the semi-final of the Departmental Soccer League. Club Antonio Rada is classified for the semi-final of the Departmental Youth Tournament organized by the Soccer League. A tournament that has been taking place according to the teacher Rada with some obstacles and inconvenience and with slightly mediocrity level. With more details, Coach Antonio Rada told us.
Este es el torneo juvenil.
This is the youth tournament, and the team that represents us is the Antonio Rada Sports Club, with Cajasay as our sponsor. We are doing well. I think we will be among the 4 ranked teams, and from their semifinals and in a final that we hope to be in. I think that we are a little bit behind, I will say. I think the players have lost a little bit of the charm that we had before to come and play ball. We have played a tournament with many schedule obstacles due to many situations that have arisen, but well, we have to move soccer forward. The idea is always to contribute in favor of this so that we can move soccer forward. I believe that here it is not only about coaches or clubs. I believe that the league, sports secretary, and the government should try to massify the sport of soccer and try to attract again those players that are being lost. We now have players from 2000, 2001, 2002, and 2003 with excellent qualities and talent. But today they are here because we do not have an under-20 tournament. We do not have a tournament in the category. We play a first category that is an open age, but players of 30, 35 years old play here. And it is not the same connectivity as under-20 tournament, for example. Furthermore, I believe that apart from the normal tournaments of the departmental league that one can call this way, we should bring teams from outside to promote the sport and make more tournaments with teams so that the children can reach that level. To take a team from here to play an outside tournament costs us $1,500,000 and $2,000,000 per player. Many do not have the opportunity to do it, so why not bring those teams here and make tournaments that serve to raise the level of our players?
Working together is ideal for the benefit of the island soccer, as stated by Rada. And in another scenario, the Marlins Baseball Club is looking to participate in an international baseball tournament in Cartagena. Part of the formation of the young baseball players is the continuity in the scrimmage and the participation in baseball tournaments. These tournaments play an important role in the formation of the children as they help them to mature their game, help them gain experience, and lose stage fright. The Marlins Club has a special invitation from the Mets Club of Cartagena to an upcoming international tournament from November 14th to the 23rd. With more details, Professor Aurora Lopez told us.
We have been invited by the baseball club, the Mets of Cartagena. It is an international that is scheduled for the date of November 14 to 23rd in the categories U12 and U14. We expect the support of the government and parents. Remember that these tournaments are supported by the clubs, and at this time the club does not have enough resources to take these children. In light of this, we are asking the local government to please help us, because we are always going out with the resources of the parents and not with the resources from the Secretariat of Sport or any sports units. The support for these children should be general. These children will actually represent the island.
A good performance is sought for the island department in this international tournament, as stated by Professor Aurora. And this will be all in sports for the moment. I am Victor Fusalba, Teleislas News.
Thank you, Victor. With sport news, we reach to the end of this broadcast. We see you tonight at 8 p.m. with more of Teleislas News. Good afternoon.